Hello everyone. How to register profile in the DNR company registration system? This is the common question ng isang newly appointed PCO o kahit yung ating mga interim PCO who happens to be the managing head. Well, napakadali lang nito. All we have to do is visit the DNR prescribed platform ng DNR company registration system. So we can go to client.emb.gov.ph at iyan po ang company registration system. Dalawang stages ito. First stage is sa pag-create ng ating online account. So gamit ang system na ito sa client.emb.gov.ph, makikita nyo itong create an account button. Click lang natin ito and kumpletuhin natin ang registration form. So, kailangan natin mag-decide ng ating username. So, halimbawa, ABC Company Inc. And then, first name kung sino po ang magiging user ng ating pong account. So, halimbawa, Juan. Ang last name naman ni Juan ay De La Cruz. Sino itong user na si Juan de la Cruz? Siya halimbawa ang PCO. At dito kailangan ang email para sa registration. So halimbawa lagay natin dito Juan de la Cruz at gmail.com. And then his mobile number, so halimbawa 0998-543-5488. So meron ditong prompt na email already exist. So we can learn here na kung meron ng previously registered na email, di na natin pwedeng gamitin. So halimbawa, lagay natin dito, ganyan. The desired password, halimbawa, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Confirm password, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. We need also to select the region kung saan located yung establishment o yung company. So, for example, Calabarzon. And then we will upload our company ID and government ID. So, just select the file in our computer, then upload dito sa system. Meron ditong CAPTCHA, itong dito na character, lalagay natin dito. And then click this button, save, sa para magkaroon na tayo ng ating CRS or Company Registration System account. So yun, kunti lang na minuto yung gugugulin dyan in creating our account. Ang pinaka importante dito ang username, yan, at saka yung password dahil yun ang gagamitin pag dating natin sa stage 2, ang pag-register mismo ng ating company profile. So, assuming na na-click na natin itong save, nakapag-create na tayo ng account, ang gagawin na natin ay mag-login mismo sa ating account. So, click lang natin itong already have an account and babalik kayo dito sa pinaka main window ng company registration system at hihingan ka ng iyong username and password para makapag-login. So, for example, lagay natin yung username and password. And dito makikita nyo itong button na add establishment sa upper corner ng ating company registration system dashboard. So dito sa taas, makikita nyo tong add establishment ko. Click lang natin to and makikita naman natin itong mga step 1, 2, 3, 4. So sa step number 1 in our registration, we are to select the region. So click lang natin dito yung portion na to. Then select natin yung region kung saan tayo located, especially yung ating establishment o yung company na irirehistro. So for example, Calabarzon. Then, syempre, next. Dito, sa step number 2, ang i-click natin ay not in the list. Then, we will now start doing our formal establishment registration or company registration in our step number 3. So, sasagutin natin yung mga information na kailangan dito. One is sa ating registration for certificate of conformity application ba kaya tayo nag-register ng ating company profile? Yes or no? Ano ba yung certificate of conformity? Especially those who are engaged in manufacturing of a vehicle. So, yes or no? If you are engaged in that activity, manufacturing of vehicle, then you are to apply certificate of conformity sa DNR EMB. Now, kung kayo ay mag apply ng certificate of conformity, dapat registered muna sa company registration system. So, yes or no? So, if you are engaged in the manufacturing of vehicle, you must tick yes. If you are not engaged in manufacturing of vehicle, you tick no. So, just tick yes or no. So, for example, no. Okay. Then we have here the establishment or facility general information. Um, you have your main office or branch. So you can decide for that. So for example, you have your company. For example, the name of your company is ABC Company Incorporated. So you are doing registration for this company. And then select your project type. So halimbawa, itong company na ito ay nag-ooperate ng isang restaurant. So hanapin mo lang sa select project type. For example, restaurant. Yan, click mo lang yan. Then we have also here company telephone number and company email address. Lalagay natin dito for example, not applicable dahil wala. Kung meron, lagay natin yung particular number. For example, 043-722-1234. Company email address. So, halimbawa, meron tayong abc1234 at gmail.com. The email address of the company. Now, we have also here the establishment or facility address. Lagay natin dito yung street name. So, for example, 123 MP Casanova Street. Then, ano yung region? For example, Calabarzon, province, Batangas, city or municipality. For example, Lipa City. And then, barangay, Tambo. And we also need to provide the particular point called coordinate. Yung described by a latitude and longitude. Pwede natin gamitin ang ating Google Map. So you can open a Google Map sa inyong internet browser. So, hanapin nyo sa mapa, sa Google Map, yung location ng inyong establishment. So, for example, nandito ang location ng ating establishment. Okay? So, gamit ang inyong mouse, right click, at makikita nyo ang number na ito. So, anywhere in the Philippines, kung ano yung particular point called coordinate, at ito yung latitude, 13 point something. Ito naman yung longitude, 121 point something. So, click nyo lang yan gamit ang inyong mouse. Then, lagay mo doon sa ating registration. So, latitude and longitude. Next naman is yung ating Philippine Standard Industry Classification Code Number. So, may tatlong paraan dito para makita mo yung Philippine Standard Industry Classification Code Number. Unang-una dyan, syempre, ang BIR 2303. So, kung meron kang registration sa BIR 2303, pwede nyo nang makita doon yung PSIC code. So, halimbawa, ito yung ating BIR 2303. Tingnan na lang natin sa internet. Kung meron kayong Certificate of Registration, hanapin nyo lang yung PSIC number. So, halimbawa ito nakalagay 46639, Wholesale of Construction Materials and Supplies. So yan, yan yung number, yan yung number na pwede nyo pong gamitin at ilagay sa ating registration. So, halimbawa, 46639, yan. So, lalagay mo lang dito, 46639, and then yung description na nakalagay doon, wholesale of construction materials. So, yan yung sa ating Philippine Standard Industry Descriptor. Wholesale of construction materials. So, dahil ang nakasulat doon sa PSIC code, yun at yun na mismo ilalagay nyo. So, that's first way. Another way ay yun namang particular issuance ng EMB, ng DNR, ang tinatawag natin na DAO 2016-08. So, dito sa DAO 2016-08, yung tinatawag natin na water quality guidelines and general effluent standard. Hanapin nyo lang yung table 8. Ang table 8, significant effluent quality parameters per sector. At naka-indicate dito ang industry category. On the left, yung Philippine Standard Industrial Classification Code. So gaya na example ko na restaurant, hanapin mo lang dito sa table 8 column 2. So halimbawa ito, restaurant, ang PSIC code ay 56. So, wala ka naman i-imbentuhin, kailangan mo lang ng reference. So, halimbawa lagay natin 56 yung PSIC code at saka yung description restaurant. Ganun lang. Ang pangatlo ay yung ating website ng PSA. You can type PSA or Philippine Statistics Authority and then PSIC or the Philippine Standard Industrial Classification. Click mo lang yung result and then mag-search ka mismo sa system. I mean sa website na ito. Ito nakalagay dito, search PSIC database. So, halimbawa, maglalagay ko dito ng restaurant. Now, dito makikita mo yung activity, yung surveys. So, yung description ng industry. So, halimbawa, nakalagay dito, restaurant, full service, 56101. So, this is the PSIC code. O, lagay mo natin dyan, 56101. Lagay natin dito. And then, ganun din yung restaurant, no? So, there are three ways to determine the PSIC code. One, BIR 23032. Yung Water Quality Guidelines and General Effluent Standard, Table 8, no? Huwag kakalimutan yon. Or, kung hindi pa rin nyo nakita, dito na sa website ng Philippine Statistics Authority, PSIC database. So, after nyan, ilalagay naman natin dito ang mga pangalan ng mga responsible officer sa company. In this case, CEO, President, Owner. So, lagay natin dito first name. For example, Peter Pan. Telephone number, 043-722-1234. Fax number, you can type NA kung wala po or not applicable. Then email address. For example, peter@gmail.com. Then plant manager kung meron. Kung wala, you can type not applicable. Kung meron, you can just indicate. For example, Jose Abad Santos, Certificate of Accreditation Number. Yan ay kung PCO din siya, kaya minsan accredited ng EMB. Ilalagay natin dito yung kanya accreditation number. Kung hindi naman, type NA. Email address, so halimbawa, jose@gmail.com. The telephone number, kung meron, kung wala, so halimbawa, 043-722, yan. Fax number, then mobile number ng plant manager. For example, 0998-543, yan. Then, pollution control officer, sino naman yung appointed PCO or accredited PCO ng company. So, lagyan natin dito ang pangalan niya. For example, Juan de la Cruz. Kung hindi pa siya accredited, lagyan natin dito not applicable. Yung kanyang email address, for example, juan@gmail.com, telephone number, fax number, not applicable kung wala, then mobile number. Yan. Then dito naman, managing head. So kadalasan, ito din yung CEO, President, or Owner. Pwede nating ilagay ulit dito yung kanyang pangalan. Ngayon, kung na-delegate yan sa ibang top official, sa mga immediate supervisor ng PCO, like, pwedeng ibang pangalan. At dito sa managing head, ang usapan dyan, sabi sa DAO 2014-02, the revised guidelines for PCO accreditation in Section 8, accreditation of PCO. For the managing head of establishment, 8 hours training on environmental management covering the basic environmental laws, rules, and regulations. Dapat naka-attend ng 8-hour training yung managing head na nakasulat dito. Na po. Again, ikanyang email address, yung telephone number ng company, fax number, then mobile number ng managing head. Ano po? Then, isa pa sa information na hinihingi ng DNR ay yung ating mga permits. Gaya po ng discharge permit. Kung wala pa, you can tick none. Ganon din ang Certificate of Non-Coverage or Environmental Compliance Certificate. So kung wala pa, you tick none. Not applicable kung CNC dapat ang kukunin mo at hindi ACC. And vice versa. Sa CNC, you can tick not applicable at yung Environmental Compliance Certificate mo naman ay kung wala pa. Then permit to operate ng boiler, genset, fuel storage tank, etc. So you can take none kung wala pa. Kung meron naman kayong mga permits na na-acquire na, you can take applicable and you will be required to indicate the reference number. So for example, discharge permit, lagay nyo OL, DP, R4A 121234. Kung ano yung reference number mismo na nakasulat sa discharge permit. Kumbaga permit number or control number. Halimbawa sa CNC, meron na kayo, just check your CNC issued by EMB, hanapin niyo yung control number. Halimbawa CNC OL R4A 121234. Ang kailangan dito ay yung mga valid na permits, mga latest CNC or ECC. Okay pa. Halimbawa naman sa permit to operate, kung meron po kayong permit to operate issued by EMB. So lagyan niyan PTO, OL, kung ano po yung mismong nakasulat na control number or permit number. So those are the reference number and you need to upload the document, the copy, electronic copy of the permit. So you need to write the reference number, control number or permit number, and then upload nyo na agad yung permit. Then proceed kayo sa panibagong pag-type ng reference number, upload naman. So pinakita ko lang kanina yung mga applicability, ano ang isusulat. But eventually, pagka maglalagay kayo dito ng information under permits, reference number muna, and then upload your file. Then proceed sa panibagong permit, lagay yung control number, then upload. Laging number muna bago upload. And finally, you need to submit an authorization letter. I-attach natin dito sa ating registration. Ang authorization letter na template nandito, just click this button letter and then pwede nyo na siyang gamitin as your template para sa registration. Sa isang PCO na in charge sa registration, gaya ng nakasulat dito sa DAO 2014-02 Section 10, Duties and Responsibilities of Accredited PCO, Item number 3. Attend to all permitting and registration requirements of the establishment. So itong ating registration ng company profile in a company registration system of DNR EMB, kailangan authorized tayo. So, kailangan natin ng authorization letter. Ano ba yung itsura ng authorization letter? As shown on the screen, yung ating authorization letter template ng DNR EMB. So, nakasulat dito, of course, ang pangalan ng regional director. Nakalagay din ang pangalan ng managing head at ng PCO, yung pangalan ng establishment na nirerehistro at yung location. Then, signed itong authorization letter ng inyong managing head. Kailangan din sa page 2, ilagay yung mga picture ng ating government ID. So, kapag ito ay na complete nyo itong authorization, kailangan i-print, papirmahan sa managing head, then yun, i-upload natin dito sa company registration system. So once na ma-upload natin yung signed authorization letter, we can now submit our registration by clicking this button next. So itong next button na to. And then dahil yan yung last command nyo dyan, papasok yan sa step number 4. At ang step 4 ay mag-generate ang system ng acknowledgement. An acknowledgement, giving information of your successful submitted registration. Company registration sa company registration system. So that's it. I hope may natutunan kayo on how to register our company profile to the DNR company registration system. At ang output nito, magkakaroon kayo ng approval ng registration, mabibigyan kayo ng CRS ID number. Pangalawa, makikita nyo ang notification sa inyong dashboard kung approve na ito at kailan na-approve. At mabibigyan ka syempre ng pagkakilanlan bilang isang registered company at bibigyan ka ng CRS ID number which is unique sa inyong registered establishment dito sa system. At meron kang account name which is the first name and last name nung nag o yung gumagamit nitong account na to. So tatlong important information, CRS ID number, yung ID number na yan, ma-generate na yan ng system once approved. Second, yung date of approval ng registration. Usually, makikita nyo input approve ang pagkakasambit. At pangatlo, yung account name referring to your first name and last name na nirehistro nung nag-create kayo ng account. And what are the benefits of having an approved registration sa company registration system? Of course, number one, you can avail other online services of DNR EMB, especially yung online permitting and monitoring system when you apply for relevant DNR permit. So, pwede mo nang gamitin yan. And then, yung HWMS, Hazardous Waste Management System. Once approved ka sa CRS, pwede mo na itong gamitin. At panghuli, yung pag-apply ng accreditation sa EMB, makakapag-apply ka na dahil approved ka na sa company registration system. So that's all. At if you have more questions, you can type it below and then we are very glad na sagutin po yan. Maraming salamat. If you find this helpful, please subscribe to this channel. Please share this video. Please like this video. Thank you very much and God bless us all.